viewers, Deb Valder here, back into my studio, and it is Christmas time, so we're going to show you how to do some Christmas cards. These are very easy to do. I want to debut some of our brand new dies that are in this shop right now, so let me just show you. So first off, this is the die that I'm going to show you today. I love it. It is just a beautiful die. You can use it many different ways, and I'm going to show you a couple of those today. I'm also going to be using two different sentiment sets, and this one actually has the matching die to go along with it. Oops, it's this one right here. So it's banner sentiments, and this is the banner die that goes along with it, but you can also use it all by itself. And then I'm also using the Season's Gifts. I love this stamp set. I absolutely love it. It's just such a beautiful set of sayings, and it's got some of our little snowflakes in there. Just very pretty. So check these out in our shop. They're really awesome little sets to play with. So let's get started. I'm going to bring in my little set right here. So I have it on one of our little magnetic sheets, and they also are in the shop. All right, and I always cut out extras because that's just what I always do. Now, one of the things that I do when dies come together, I very rarely cut them apart. So this one right here is attached to this little piece right in here. And the reason I don't cut them apart is because why work harder and not work smarter? You can use them just together, and you've gotten one step down pat, and it's nice and centered. I did cut these apart because this one right here actually it doesn't cut out anything, it just embosses, and then this one is a cutout. So let me show you what I mean by that. With this little guy right here, when I run it through, and I'm going to show you how I do that, when I run it through, you're going to get the frame, and then you're also going to get, grab one of the frames for you. You're going to get the frame. Let me just move these out of the way. You're also going to get this little piece right here, which you want to save and use on another piece. And then you're also going to get this piece right here. So when you cut this out like this, these are the three pieces that you're going to get. You're going to get that inlay, you're going to get this little frame right here, and then you're going to get this beautiful, absolutely gorgeous frame right here. All right. Now, the other piece to this, the other three pieces, I should say, are these right here. So this just cuts out your snowflakes, just like this one right here. It just cuts out a snowflake. It also gives you a little hangy thing right here, which you can't see here, but you can actually hang it, and that's what that's for, or you can just cut it off. But I used it to attach. These two right here, like I said, they emboss. They don't actually cut out, so it makes a beautiful background along with the borders that this one automatically puts in here. So this little guy right here automatically puts these borders right on the side of this little cutout. So it's just awesome. It actually embosses for you. All right, so let me just show you how I did this. I usually start off with a 5 by 3 3/4 inch piece of cardstock, but you can go 4 by 5 1/4, or you can do it right on your actual card base if you wanted to. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it on just this piece right here. Let's actually take and do a navy blue one, because I've been doing all white, and I just want to show you that you can be very versatile with this. So I'm just going to line this up here like this, and I'm going to put it over on my Vagabond. All right, so head on over with me to the Vagabond, and we'll just run this through right here. So today I'm going to be making a couple of different ones, just to show you all the versatility of this. All right, so, and then we just kind of take this apart. Now watch what I said. Okay, so look at how beautiful that is. It embosses the little snowflakes on the side, and then you have this piece right here, which embosses the corners. All right, and then you also have the little frame. Okay, so like I said, you can do so many different things with this. So if I wanted to take this one, let me grab a card base, and we'll just kind of start layering a few things just to show you the versatility of this. So if I was to take this, that's my card base, and then here is one of these, and then I could go with a white insert, And then I could put this little guy in here like this. Isn't that so pretty? I mean, there's so many different things that you can do with this. And you know, you can actually start layering some of them too. And you know, in our shop, we have different thicknesses of the foam squares, which is totally awesome. So you really might want to take advantage of that also. So we could put these two together and have that popped up. Man, I'm telling you, these are just absolutely phenomenal ideas. So what I'll do is I'll put a bunch of these together and I'll put them over on our website, and then you can see them, all the different variations. But let's just stick to some of the ones that I have already done, and they're just so easy to put together. So for this right here, what I'm going to do is to take some of my foam tape, and I'm just going to run this across here like this. I like using foam tape on this because then it doesn't kind of sag. All right, and it's much faster. Okay, so I'm just going to run the foam tape down all four sides. And there we go. See how fast that was? All right, let's just grab our pokey tool here and lift these up. Okay, now what we're going to do is add our background piece. So for this one right here, all I did was the just a small piece of the blue. And what I do is I cut it just a little bit less than 5 and a little bit less than 3 3/4. So when I add this to the paper, it doesn't hang out anywhere. So you can even go smaller than what I have it right here. There we go. There. See? So now when you put it together, it doesn't hang out anywhere. Isn't that so very, very pretty already? All right. And I like that we have the foam tape going all the way down. That way there it doesn't sag anywhere. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my little piece, but let's stamp it first. So the sentiment that I'm going to use is coming from this set right here. The first one that I did, this one came from here. And then this one, I think I'm doing this one right here. Let's just check it out. So I've already mounted it, and let's just put it over here. I'm going to use my MISTI and my Hero Arts black ink. Okay, so let's put this down like that. And let's just, yeah, I love this sentiment. It's just so, so pretty. Let me just get this a little bit darker on the bottom, right here. Okay, perfect. All right, so let's grab this and put our sentiment. Let's just wipe that off first here. Okay, and let's put our sentiment inside, right inside here. All right, just like that. And I'm going to do that with my adhesive. This is the best adhesive I have ever used. It never goes backwards. It never escapes. I just love it. I just love it. And everybody that I have sold it to has absolutely loved it. All right, so there's the inside of our card. Now what I'm going to do is add it to my card base. And we're going to do that with, you see how fast this card is? I'm going to show you a couple little variations on the other one. Whoops, it would be helpful if I did it so, oops, that's not a card base. Here we go. Okay, and put that right here. And then I'm just going to add my, see how it has that little, I call it a hangy thing. That is for, like, if you want to make it an ornament. But I like to use it with one of our little, I call them snot dots, sorry, but, and then what you're going to do is you're going to put it on the top, right here like this. You're going to grab your pokey thing and add it to this piece right up underneath here. Okay, and then just push it down, and then it pops up nicely. You can push it in a little bit farther. That's what's nice about this little pokey thing, that is all different. You can take and retract it, or make it go out as far as you want to. And now the only other thing that I'm going to do is to take my my foam squares here, and I cut them into quarters. Lift this up, add a little one right here. So this is the regular size foam square right here, okay? We also have our thin ones. Let me just show you the difference between them. And people always ask me, why would I ever want thin ones? Well, you're going to see in the next card why. So these are our regular, I call them the fat white ones. These are our fat black ones, okay? And they come in two different sizes. They come in the regular size, and then they come in the smaller size. But these are our thin ones. So we have thin white ones, and we have thin black ones. But we also have, you know, the regular size in both the fat and the skinny also. All right. So you might want to think about adding those to your cart. They're really pretty cool. All right. So then, just to bling this up a little bit more, I'm going to add some for this one. I'm just going to add some of our this is our white blizzard, and I'm just going to add that right here in the middle, and then maybe go up some of the sides just to make it look dimensional and sparkly, because after all, it is a snowflake. All right. Okay, so that's pretty much done for this one. All right, let's do a little bit of a variation like on this one. Okay, so what I did was I took this one, I'm going to make larger. See, okay, so this one right here, I made it smaller than 5 1/4, or 5 by 3 3/4. So I made it just a hair smaller all the way around the blue part. This one, I actually made it 5 1/4 by 4. So this is like your first layer on a card. So let me grab a card base, and this is what I mean. All right, so if I was to lay that on there like that, and then grab one of my frames that I've already cut out, you'll see the gradation of all of this. See, isn't that really pretty? And then if you add this with all of the little snowflakes that I've already done, so very pretty. All right, but with this one right here, what I did was, we're going to go one step farther. So I don't know if you can see this on camera or not, but it has the most beautiful luster to it. It's because we sprayed the blue. So let me show you what I did with this one. I'm going to get everything out of the way, and I'm going to grab my Altenew spray. It's this iridescent spray. You want to make sure that you shake it before you start. And what I love about it is, depending on which way you look at it in the light, it's going to take and it's going to sparkle. So I'm going to let that dry, and I'm going to bring in some of my snowflakes and do the same thing to them, all right, so that they have that absolute sparkle, all right. And while that's drying, we're going to get together and we're going to do, let's get this out of the way because this is all wet now. We're going to take and we're going to stamp our sentiment with our banner. All right, so you know, when I do my banners, I always do a whole bunch of them. So I'm ready to just grab one of them. I'll just grab, let's see, I use it to that one. So let's do a different one on this one. Let's use this little guy right here. All right, and I'll grab the saying and my Hero Arts ink and just stamp the sentiment on it. And this is such a really cool set because it has every saying that you would ever need. Get well, happy birthday, Merry Christmas, season's greetings. It just covers all of them. And it has the die cut to match it. So let me just show you the two sets I used again. They're so awesome. All right, my banner sentiments and my season's gifts. I love both of these. And let's just grab, this is still just a tad bit wet. Who am I kidding? It's sopping wet. All right, so we're going to do it a little bit different. We're going to take this and we're going to add our card base to. There we go. and when it dries nice and pearlescent. But like I said, depending on which way you look at it, it just picks up some of the prettiest colors. Like I'm looking at it straight down now, and it's green. It's got this green luster to it. It's just so, so pretty. It's gonna take and flatten that out, okay? Alrighty, so there is our card base. And now what we're gonna do, remember I told you that there's a reason for using thin and sometimes thick? Well, we've got a couple of layers that we're gonna do here. If I did every single one of them with our normal, regular, thicker foam squares, this thing would be so very thick, you might end up paying extra postage. So that's where these little guys come in. It's amazing. So I'm gonna grab the big ones, okay? And I'm gonna grab my frame, and I'm just going to put these all the way around. Now, normally I would take and put my foam tape around here, but because I don't want it to be that thick, I'm going to just take extra foam squares. And the reason I love the square ones rather than those octagon ones is because we can square them right up in the corner, and that is a huge thing. All right, if you want to get it right close to the corner, these are already squared off, which is really a good thing. Okay, so we're going to just add these, and we'll put one right there in the middle. And then we're going to add that to our card base. Now remember that the navy one, rather than the light blue one, we have the navy one goes outside the frame. So remember that when you're getting ready to attach it, okay? One more. Okay, so now let's take these, add it to our little card right here. This is just such a pretty card. So, 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 so pretty. Okay, now we're going to add another layer with this little guy right here. So again, if we did too many of the fat ones, this is going to be huge. It's like double popping it. So by using these thin ones, all right, let's use the smaller ones on these. All right, just so I can show you that they are pretty much the same. They're just smaller. All right, so these are called minis. All right, and there we go. That's all there is to it. But these are the nice thin ones. So two of these equal, so the depth of this little guy right here is probably the same as if you used a big one. Okay, so we'll just put that on there like that. And then we're going to add, just like we did before, we're going to add one of our little snowflakes. So I'm going to grab one of my little pop dots here, and let's just grab and I just push it right underneath there. Yep, just like that. Okay, now just make sure that all the little snowflakes are out and about, and then I'm going to take just one of these little guys, cut it into quarters, and put it on the back of this right here. Just flip it up, take off the sticky, and lay it down. Now I'm also going to put one over here. But what I'm going to do, and this is the cool part about this, is I'm just going to cut off that little guy right there, and I'm going to add another little snowflake right there using one of the other quarters of my thin snowflake. Isn't that I wish you could be here just to see how gorgeous this is. Now, one last thing to do is we're going to take some of our, this is not the same as this one. This one is the one that has the glitter in it. This is just our white Nuvo drops, the ones that I do all of my eyeballs with. Okay, it's the white Nuvo drops. I keep those there to keep, the little guy's keeping his eyes on me. All right, and we're going to just take and put that right there in the middle of both of these. It's kind of like a pearl, but you don't have to buy the pearls, you're making them. All right, and if you wanted to add a little bit of glitter, you can do that, and it is just such a beautiful card. And this whole thing, not the sentiments, but this whole thing is part of this die. It is absolutely beautiful, beautiful. Let me see if I could find the die. Oh, I don't know where. Oh, here it is, right here. Okay, so we've got all of these pieces right here. And then we've also got the little snowflake right here. All right, so that's it right there. Isn't that pretty? So let me just bring in the cards again. They're all very different, but they're all just so, so pretty. And like I said, if you have any questions, you know how to get a hold of me. You take care, have a great day, and get those holiday cards, get them going. You need to start working on them. Vicki and I are always here to help you out. Take care, have a great day. Thank you.